Alright, I'm back, guys. This is Clumber. He's not really injured, so he's, instead of having him down on the straw like it would be in a racing situation, I'm going to straddle him so he doesn't jump away from me. Okay, but I'm going to fast forward through this. If you didn't see the first video, if a dog comes limping into a checkpoint or you had to carry it in because it was limping, then you're going to be caring for it and dropping it. We're not talking about how to cobble a dog together to keep it going. If a dog is stiffened up and puffed up a little bit on you in the wrist department when you're at the checkpoint, 60 minutes or so after everyone's cooled down, you're feeding and whatnot, and you feel like you've got this minor problem, that's what we're talking about working with here. So if you limp into a checkpoint, you're dropping the dog. But you can do wonders. So first thing is, this is a bag of ice. Just have a little plastic bag, you fill it full of snow, and get it under here, really hold some pressure on it, get this ice on here, leave it on for about 3 or 4 minutes. It's a very powerful tool. If you're in a hurry and you don't have time to hold the ice on there or handler to do it for you, then you can vet wrap this on there. Now, you got your Mountain Ridge Herbal Remedies liniment. This is the best liniment I've used. This is what we're going to be using all year. Get this from Mountain Ridge, Amy Dugan there. Is that you really work this on. I'm not going to use a whole bunch of it because it's dirty out. It's going to collect dirt. But you do your wrist. Don't just think about the affected area. Actually, good boy, easy. Actually work it all the way up into the forearm. Pay a lot of attention to both sides, all around the joint. Get it down there and do your massage. You do your massage all the way down to their toes. Very important. Get the circulation going through is really what you're trying to do. Work it in, work it in. Put a lot more in there. Use a good 3 or 4 tablespoons of this stuff. Okay, then you basically 3 minutes of ice to 4 minutes of ice, 3 to 4 minutes of massage. Then you got your wrist wrap. I carry 5 or 6 of these. I get these from Mountain Ridge. Every one of them essentially is packed with a little bit of flimsy plastic, saran wrap, or this here is a produce bag from a grocery store. It's very thin. Helps keep the heat in. Loosely wrap that. You kind of got bad breath. Wrap that on very loosely. It doesn't have to be tight. It's not a come along, so you don't have to really, you're not trying to pull a truck out with this thing. Make sure the wrist wrap goes all the way onto the tips of their toes. You can tell I'm not putting a lot of pressure on here. I just want it to be on. Sometimes too much pressure, you're going to cause more problems. There you go. Now, 90 minutes before go time, get this wrap off, go through that whole procedure again. The ice, the ice, the liniment, the massage, back on the wrap, and then 30 minutes before go time. It takes me about a minute per dog to get ready to go. So when I'm getting ready, if I'm doing it by myself, so if I'm going to be putting booties on and hooking up and going, I figure if that takes me, say, 20 minutes tops, the 14-dog team, then about at the 30-minute mark from go time, I've already figured this out as I'm coming into the checkpoint. I essentially get Clumber here. Hey, it's not him. This guy is my main boy. I get him on the leash and I walk him around for about 5 minutes and see if he'll warm out of that limp. Then he goes on for the next leg. Remember, every time you're doing this, you're evaluating run by run by run. So this is not like I'm looking at 2 harbors, thinking of how I'm going to get to the finish line. I'm going 2 harbors to Beaver Bay. Then I reevaluate this whole procedure again. Take it one step at a time. If you do it right and you combine this with a slow start out of checkpoints, you can almost always get dogs that have minor problems. This goes for shoulders too. We'll work on that next week. Minor problems all the way around the race course. But you got to tie it in. No matter how good your care is, you have to tie this in with a reasonable chance the dogs will warm up out of checkpoints. Okay. Just packed a lot in here in a short amount of time. Remember, not all good ideas have to be around. Have a nice week, everybody. Thank you, Clumber.